What's up, fam? So, yet again, we're here for another episode of these like late night conversations that we're having. I'm really excited about this one because this one hit special, and for me is one that I was gonna go and I was gonna wait till later, refine a little more, but no. This is what these these late night conversations are for. This is what this platform is for, is to go and put it out there. And when God drops a word, I already got the setup pretty dialed in. So, so far it's been day after day. Who knows? I'm literally taking it day by day. You're obviously getting all the videos and all the recordings that we do. The Monday, the Wednesdays, and the Fridays. That's still going strong. But these are just getting sprinkled in, sporadically. Sometimes they're back to back, like today. Sometimes they're not. But I'm talking a lot about other stuff. But I want to get into this one because this one is short and sweet, but it's to the point. And it's this: God is in the business of not just restoration, restitution. I'm gonna say that again. God is in the business of not just restoration, but of restitution. Now, again, we're not going to dive too deep into it because these are just like these little late night talks to get us just talking through it. We're talking it out. And I want to go and have, one of the rare times I have my phone with me while I talk to you guys. But I want to go down the definitions of what each means. So for restoration, it is the act of returning something to a former owner, place, or condition. The restoration of Andrew's sight. So it's being brought back to its original form, right? And that's how God's going to be with us. And that's why I'm excited, because this week has been, it's been a tremendous one. This last month has been one that's just been amazing. It's been glorious for God's glory all the way. But definitely seeing a lot of things coming together that, I can happily say, I can confidently say, I can proudly say that it's been God through all this. And man, like it's amazing. It really is amazing to see how he's moving and how he's working, and it's just phenomenal. I really do love it. So when I tell you that God is not just going to restore, that he's not just in the business of restoration or restitution, there's a difference. Now, restitution, my brothers and sisters, is one that I liked a lot too. So restitution is the restoration, right, of something lost or stolen to its proper owner. Recompensation for injury or loss. So when something gets, like when you restore something, right, let's say an accident or there's something bad happens, right, you have to you restore it, right, to its original form. So if, let's say, you broke something, you either get them a new one, or you fix it. If it's a car, you fix it, right? But then there's restitution. That's, let's say that person had that car and they used it for business, and because they were out for 4 or 5 days, they lost money. Well, there's restitution. There's making up for the money that was lost. And I feel like that's what God really wanted me to talk about today with you guys, is the enemy might have stolen something from you, and then you get the restoration, but then there's also the restitution. That was lost is to get restored back to you. It's to get, restitution is to come to you. Finances, happiness, joy, peace, all those things that the enemy might have taken from you. Now there's going to get the restitution portion of it. You're going to get double, you're going to get it back with interest. You're going to get it back. There's a double portion of it. You're going to get it back a triple portion, quadruple portion of it. Because what the enemy tried to take away, our God is saying, the God of, you and I, that he's with us, every step of the way. He's going to be like, you know what? Yes, he's going to pay for what he did, but there's also going to be a portion of restitution that was taken away. He got caught, so there's going to be some interest behind that. And I then was brought to this verse. Again, like I don't usually use my phone, but I already wanted to bring this one in. Ephesians 3:20. And it says right here, now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than we all ask or imagine, according to his power that is at work within us. Think about that. What have you been asking God for him to restore back into your life, for him to give you that restitution back in your life? God's about to blow your mind, because there it says, now to him who's able to do immeasurably more, right? So you thought, okay, well, I lost in my business, my business went bankrupt, you know what? Like I'd be good with, 30 grand. What if God goes and gives you 80 grand? What if he gives you 100 grand? Immeasurably more, right? Where it says he's able to do immeasurably more than we ask or imagine. So you thought that you're going to get, you lost an apartment. You thought, okay, cool, I'm going to a nice little bigger apartment. What if God gives you a massive house, right? Immeasurably more than what we ask or imagine. So according to his power that is at work within us. So that power that he has is within us. It's at work within us. So when that got me excited, because when I tell you that I'm seeing it, guys. Like I wish I could give you more info, and I guarantee when we have more time, I'll be able to break it all down. But just know that there's been a lot of stuff that's been going on, a lot of things behind, behind closed doors, behind the curtain that's been happening. And when I tell you God is just showing out, we are showing up and he is showing out. And it is just amazing to see everything that he's doing. Like it legitimately, it makes you smile to see, my friends going and just breaking through so many barriers, family members, myself, just the testimonies that are coming out of the circle that I'm in right now and the circle of those around me, right? Because it's crazy when it's always amazing. It's like, wow, it's like you get that crazy amp when you see your friends doing it. But then when you see a friend of a friend, right? That when you see that something that maybe God did for you is now being blessed, is now being used as a blessing for somebody else, for them to believe that it's possible. That's the part that gets me amped up, right? We're blessed to be a blessing. And that's the part that I wanted to leave this off on, is that God's going to do so much in you. God's going to use you in such amazing ways. He's going to use you in ways you didn't even think or imagine, right? He's already maybe even using you right now in ways and you haven't even realized it yet. So, you might be the one version of God, the one version of Jesus that person might see, right? Whether it's at your job, whether it's at school, whether it's, someone you work with, on for projects, whatever it is, that neighbor, whatever it is, family member, whatever. You might be the only version of God that this person sees. Might as well go and give it all you got, right? We talk so much about how amazing God is and how great God is. Well, we should live our lives that way too. And obviously, I know that life can get a little tough. I'm not saying otherwise. What I'm saying is, if he's able to do so many things, immeasurably more, and we have the opportunity to show this up with someone else, it's not being boastful. It's being, look, this is what God did in my life, right? This is the testimony that I can give because of what God has done for my life. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to focus on. That's what we need to drive for, right? Like, fam, I'm gonna be 100% honest, dude. I'm tired. Maybe my face is not showing it because thank God, he's blessed me with, that peace that surpasses all understanding, so I can knock all this stuff out, and then the strength to push through for these late night and early mornings. So if I don't look that tired, thank God for that one. But I had a couple of conversations this last month with some very, very important people in my life, and they were quite interesting because, one of them, was my cousin, and he's like, hey man, just keep pushing for it. We're gonna take these big steps. We're gonna invest in ourselves. He's talking about our companies that we were doing, and we were investing in it. We're gonna push through. I'm like, oh yeah, for sure, I'm in, cuzzo. And then a really good friend of mine, her and I were having a conversation of just the many things that God's doing, in each one of our lives, and how things are just weaving together. Where we're just helping each other out, we're just pushing each other, and just there's a lot of massive things company wise. And then a really good friend of mine, and you know who you are, shout out to you, told me something that was like, man, I'm not gonna lie, you don't know this, but that one got me right here, got me dead in the chest, because it was just right on the money. And they were like, hey, you know what, I get you're working hard, I get you're tired, but I'm excited to see your reaping season. I'm excited to see all this effort you put in now. I'm excited to see when you go and you reap everything you have, everything you've been sowing, when you see the fruits of your labor. And I'm excited to see that for you, and I know it's gonna happen for you, and I bless you, and and I pray for you. I was like, man, that got me right in the feelings box. And you might not know that, how much that meant, but 100%, you know who you are. That one got deep, and I appreciate that, right? Each one of you guys, the friend of mine that we were talking about our businesses, shout out to you, her and I've been talking about that constantly. My cousin, that's been constantly, since day one, just telling me like, hey man, keep getting after it, and then a buddy of mine that we were having some deep conversations as well, like just the other day. And he was like, bro, man, if anyone can go and get after this one, like it's you. And that's cool because like, I'm just here to turn the camera on. Like I am nothing, out of this world. I'm just being used by God to like go and drop his word. So if I can do it, y'all can do it, right? Let me be the example. If you were wondering, man, am I be able to do this too? Am I be able to go and talk to my neighbor, turn on our camera, go talk to whoever, do this thing that God's come to do? Yes, you can. Because if he did it with me, he can do it with you, right? That's how we're going to end this with. If he can do it with me, he can do it with you. I love y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of these talks. Hope you guys are enjoying these videos. I know I'm enjoying making them. They're fun for me. They're just a way just to talk to you guys raw, just completely unfiltered with it. And yeah, love y'all. Stay safe. And as always, make it the best day ever.